Okay, we're going to evaluate this integral 4x to the negative 3 minus 7 from 2 to 4. So the first thing we want to do is find the antiderivative, which both of these are going to be powers, meaning you're going to add 1. And then, of course, the negative 7, you could think of it as 0 to the first power. And then we'll evaluate it from 2 to 4. So this becomes 4x to the negative 2 over negative 2, and then just minus 7x. Well, let's make this even look a little better, so that'll cancel. And I'm going to even put this in fraction form so it makes a little bit more sense. So I'm going to have a negative 2, and I'm going to move the x to the negative 2 to the bottom, minus 7x, and I evaluate from 2 to 4. So all I have to do now is start plugging in numbers. So negative 2 over the upper limit first. Forgot my x there. Minus 7 times 4. All of this minus negative 2. Now I plug in my lower limit, which is 2 squared minus 7 times 2. And this becomes negative 2 over 16 minus 28. Well, because I know I'm running out of room here, or so you can still see things, I'm going to go ahead and put 28 over 8, because you're going to see my other fractions going to cancel. So if I multiply 28 times 8, I get 224 over 8. This becomes minus 2 over 4, and my 14 times 2 is 28 over 2. And you're going to see why I made this over 8. This reduces 24 over 8. And you're going to see why I put this over 2, because this reduces. And now I can actually do my fractions, which is probably why students struggle with this, because these are fractions. So both of these are negative, meaning I will add. And both of these are negative, meaning I'll add and get a negative, and then a negative and a negative is going to give me a positive. So I'm going to end up with a positive. I have to get a common denominator of 8 for the second piece. So I'll multiply the bottom by 4, and I'll multiply the top by 4. And then I take negative 225 plus 116, and I get negative 109 over 8, which cannot be reduced, and thus that's my final answer.